Hey, what's up, everyone? So I threw a new head, and got this snare dialed in after just having it the stock head on it for a while. This is the Mapex Black Panther Heritage. So I'll try to be really careful here and show it to you. But what it is it's 5-ply maple with 4-ply walnut re-rings. And the snare beds are 1.5 inches long. So it's got extra wide snare beds in addition to dual strainers. So it has a strainer on each side. In addition to being super sensitive, and you can really use it as kind of a jack-of-all-trades snare. Right now I have a moon gel on it. So I'll give you the sound profile of it with the moon gel on it. And I'll turn the reverb off. And that's with the snares tight. It's cool because you can really change the dynamics of the sound just with some moon gel or a studio ring. So here's with the ring. And I have cranked pretty high, and this is a brand new head, so I'm still letting it stretch and kind of seat and get in there. So I really cranked it up so that it would stretch. But I like my snares cranked high to begin with. Everyone who knows me knows that. But yeah, it is cranked pretty high. But here's with the overtones and without any muffling at all. It's got some crack and rim shots. It's got a nice woody crack to it. I like it. And for a 5-ply with just walnut re-rings, and because it's a Mapex too, it goes well with my Mapex Saturn. But yeah, I have cranked really high just so it'll keep stretching, because I'm using it tomorrow and tonight actually, and tomorrow night too, on a couple different gigs and jams and different projects that I'm doing. So I kind of like using Benny Greb's method, where you over tighten it and then lower it to get the tuning, so that way you stretch it as much as possible while seating it, and then lower it rather than going incrementally up. That seems to get the snare stretched in tune a little bit quicker. Okay, well, let's play some groove on it, I guess. learned some stuff from Bryan Corey too. He's playing a groove. It's in 5, but what he was playing is 1. Or let me turn the mic so the talk back on so you can hear this. So Bryan, shout out to you for this one, buddy. But what he's playing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the accents on the snare on 1 and 3, while your right hand keeps doing your 5 count, your 5/8, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So altogether it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. So you can use that as a fill, which is really cool, playing in a 5. So for every 1 downbeat, you have to play that sequence, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. That's how you fit it into a fill, okay? And then the other one, which is a cool one, which is a division of 5, is a hand and foot one, where you're using a right, left, kick, kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, left, kick, kick. So for every 1 downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay? So those are some cool ones. Maybe just a little lesson video, I guess. But yeah, playing in divisions like that, or even playing like 7 against 4, or all that stuff's really cool. So it takes a little while to kind of conceptually get it and be able to feel odd either metric shifts or feel odd syllable counts, that kind of stuff. But once you get it, you got it, and it's pretty cool to add those to your fills. So just hand and foot stuff's really cool. So if you just kind of work on separating hands and foot, linear stuff, so not only linear patterns like wow, the snare's cranked really high, but it's gonna keep stretching it out. But anyway, playing linear patterns like that, or like where you're playing only one limited time. 1 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a linear patterns like that. Same thing with linear fills. So some really cool ones. An easy one to do that's just 16ths is right, left, kick, kick. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. So just right, left, kick, kick. So you can add that one as a cool, quick little hand and foot fill. 16th note triplets. That's another really cool one. You can either play them single strokes or you can play them double strokes. So 16th note triplets have a certain syllable count, which is 1 T-ta and T-ta, 2 T-ta and T-ta, 3 T-ta and T-ta, 4 T-ta and T-ta. But think about it this way. 8th note triplets, right? 3 notes for every 1 downbeat. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a, right? For when you're playing 8th note. So doubling that, you have 6 notes for every 1 downbeat. That's why you have 1 T-ta and T-ta. That's 6 syllables for every 1 downbeat. 1 T-ta and T-ta is exactly 6 notes for every 1 downbeat. So sometimes it's easier to just count it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or, well, yeah, and then going back into your beat 1, okay? So playing it single stroke would be right, left, kick, kick, 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Okay? 1 T-ta and T-ta, 2 T-ta and T-ta, 3 T-ta and T-ta, 4 T-ta and T-ta, 1. Okay? That's a cool one. And you can just do like one beat of it, like a kind of an accent on beat right before beat 4. That kind of a thing, where you're playing your groove. And then also splitting up your hands. So then, because if you play it a double stroke way, same thing, but you're playing right, left, instead of right, left, single stroke, will be the single stroke way. Then double stroke way, so you're playing. And you can get that pretty quick. Okay? So once you go, you can practice them both ways. But then the benefit of doing that instead of single stroke is then you can split up your hands and play the same thing on multiple drums at the same time. Right, that would be a single stroke way of playing it. But then if you use your double strokes, you can go all around the kit with it. You get the point. But 16th note triplets, those are really cool hand and foot one. So again, 1 T ta and T ta for every one down beat. Okay? Because they are 16th notes and they're 16th note triplets, so they're pretty quick once you get them fast. So kind of about that speed. Okay, that's a really cool one. And then I showed you the right, left, kick. That's a cool one. Also, just right, left, kick, because you can play those just as 16ths. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick, 1. Okay, that's another cool one. But hand and foot stuff, it takes a while to develop, because it's like you really have to get control over your body, and a lot of times you'll misplace a note where you mean to put it like on the bass drum, you accidentally put it on the snare. Happens to all of us, guys. Happens to all of us, okay? So just be patient with it. But what's going to happen is you're going to start to develop more of the hand and foot coordination, which are some really, really cool fills. Really, really cool fills. So those are just a couple to work on. And to work on playing like 30 seconds and getting your foot quick with playing some doubles, because I play a single pedal. I play 16ths with one pedal, either by feathering or doing toe ball, so that way I'm just playing like a quick, that kind of thing with one pedal. Or if you're playing 16ths, that kind of thing. So anyway, but with one pedal, if you want to develop that, what you're doing is right, left, kick, right, left, kick. That's a good one because that's the 16th note triplet one. And then put it in the middle. Right, kick, left, kick. Right, kick, left, kick. That'll really help to train just your muscle memory and getting the speed down and getting your hand and foot to work together. Because you can create some really cool fills. And I'll end on this one, okay, guys? This is a 2-bar fill, and it's not hard. The first bar is all right, left, kick, 16th notes. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. That's bar 1, okay, bar 1. Bar 2 is 3 sets of triplets, and then on beat 4, you go back to 4 E and A, right, left, kick, okay? So this is bar 2. 1 and A, 2 and A, 3 and A, 4 E and A. Okay, so all together, 2 bars. 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 and A, 2 and A, 3 and A, 4 E and A. 4 E and A, 1 and A, 2 and A, 3 and A, 4 E and A, 1. That's a cool one because you can get it pretty quick and split it up around the kit. You can have fun with kind of moving around the kit with it. That's a cool one too. So 2-bar one, but it's not difficult. It's just making sure that you're keeping track of where you're placing the triplets, because it gives this weird cycling feeling like, is beat 1 shifting? Because you end on 4 and again. So anyway, if you just practice that over and over, that'll help you get the sticking down for it. Okay, guys? So, little lesson video, I guess. But I got to get to the academy back here again. But just wanted to kind of play around with this snare, break it in a little bit, stretch it out. And I'm going to loosen it some. But I really like this Heritage snare. This Heritage snare, man, because I mostly play brass and steel, but this snare is like a jack of all trades, man. I can make this snare sound like anything. So it's like, oh, you want a rock snare? Okay, just throw a big fat rock snare cover on it. Oh, you want a jazz snare? Okay, let me loosen up the snares and take off all the muffling. You want, you get the point. But then that way, it's like I have my brasses and my wood covered, just depending on what the gig calls for, what the context calls for. And that sounds pretty good. I like my snares cranked pretty high. Alright guys, well, that's it for this video, for the lesson part, and then maybe I'll groove a little bit before I go in and create a second video. So, hope that helps. Hand and foot combos, they take a little while, they get a little bit frustrating, but on the next one I can show some figures that are written down that'll help too. But just practicing linear stuff, that's kind of where it's at, because everything sounds so clean because you're only hearing one voice of the kid at a time, rather than stacking stuff and hearing, multiple voices all at the same time, that kind of thing. Alright guys, alright, well, happy drumming everyone, love you guys, and hope everyone's doing well out there, and yeah, just have a great rest of your week, and or weekend, and I will see you on the next video. Alright guys, take care, happy drumming.